Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything podcast, and in this episode I'm going to be recapping Torchwood, a Christmas card from Mr. Colchester, which was released on the 19th of December 2024. Now, a Christmas card from Mr. Colchester was released as a surprise on the same day that Torchwood reflected, but because this is shorter I thought I'd do it first, and because it's more Christmassy, so it's closer to Christmas. As such. So, as I mentioned in yesterday's episode, which was the fourth episode of Creature Commanders, so episodes 1 to 4 were out in chronological order day after day. Episodes 5, 6 and 7 will come out at a later point, but I'm working through my list because, as I mentioned, that I've even though I haven't recorded for a little bit, even though it won't show in time the order of watching or anything, I have 26 episodes to record. I'm recording this episode on the 27th of December 2024, which is obviously only a couple of days after Christmas, so I'll reiterate what I said in the last episode if you didn't watch it, and that is thank you for everyone who watched the 2024 Christmas special, because especially Matthew, as you will have noticed if you watched that episode, it was recorded on the 13th of December 2024. It took Matthew a week and a half to animate that episode, because it's double the length of a normal one, and obviously it has 2 presenters instead of just me or Chuck at us both. So yes, thank you all for watching. But and I also mentioned that trailers are coming back at the end of each episode. There won't be a trailer at the end of this episode. I will explain why after my recap. So without further ado, here is my recap for Torchwood, a Christmas card from Mr. Colchester. Mr. Colchester calls Christmas the most wonderful time of the year. Mr. Colchester explains why he sends Christmas cards. Mr. Colchester names the different components of Christmas Day. We are looking for some more chocolates. Mr. Colchester mentions a card from the Appledores. Mr. Colchester names the Appledores. We want to be like the Appledores. We never open the Appledores card. Mr. Colchester reads the Appledores card. Mr. Colchester warns us to read the Appledores' Christmas card letter. Mr. Colchester informs us that Appledores are not real people. That the Appledores even are not real people. The Appledores are in fact an alien psychic weapon. Mr. Colchester reminds us of the origins of this weapon. Mr. Colchester calls this weapon perfect. Mr. Colchester explains why he believes this. Mr. Colchester asks us to look away from the Appledores' card. Mr. Colchester guesses what we might do next year. Mr. Colchester compares death with a bus. Mr. Colchester introduces us to the Appledores' curse. We know that Mr. Colchester works for Torchwood. Mr. Colchester mentions Camilla. Mr. Colchester reveals that the Appledores are worldwide. The Appledores sing sea shanties. Mr. Colchester warns that the Appledores will get us all sooner or later. Mr. Colchester asks us to bin the Appledores' card. Mr. Colchester gives a suggestion on how to make sure you wake up early. Mr. Colchester mimics a sea shanty. Mr. Colchester reminds us to look at what we still have and asks us to celebrate our victories. And Mr. Colchester wishes us a Merry Christmas. That is my recap for Torchwood, a Christmas card from Mr. Colchester. So, with that, Mr. Colchester will return in my recap for Reflect alongside Ace. Mr. Colchester is played by Paul Creighton and Ace is played by Sophie Aldred. So yes, I did say before the recap though that speaking about the next episode that there wouldn't be a trailer. That's in tomorrow's episode. I will be discussing the teaser trailer for Superman, written and directed by James Gunn, which will be released on the 11th of July 2025. But back to this episode, let me know what you thought about Torchwood, A Christmas Card for Mr. Colchester. If you listened to it, my review, if you didn't, you can put your thoughts on both of those in the comments below, as well with anything else you want to see on the channel, such as any previews or recaps. Put those in the comments below as well. And remember, you can also like, comment and subscribe. And that's it for this episode of the Everything Podcast. Goodbye.